great thing is the MIT, community has been just amazing for us. So, since even before we started the company, we were very much a part of the MIT entrepreneurship community. These great organizations, MIT Industrial Liaison Program has been just great with a lot of networking events, a lot of connections to companies that could actually benefit from the Jisto solution. And what's nice is kind of everybody wins in these scenarios where you have these large companies that have access to things that are coming out of MIT that could actually revolutionize some of the things that they're doing. And the great thing about specifically ILP is we had connections to some companies that we would never otherwise connect in different parts of the world. So it really turned us into a global company. Another organization is the MIT VMS, the Venture Mentoring Service, who just have a lot of really awesome, experienced, mentors that have, been through this process before, have done, successful companies in the past that, kind of know the pros and cons and the pitfalls and can kind of steer you away from them. So a little bit of my, my partner, Andrei Turovsky, is another engineer, great guy, has done a lot of extensive, embedded computing kind of environments. So he's really kind of aware of the resource-constrained environments and trying to maximize, the resources that you have. So Jisto was an idea that we had from personal experiences on how these environments are utilized. And when we started talking to people on our network that are actually running these systems right now, the utilization number is actually much lower than what we actually even thought. A typical company who has their own data center running, typically the utilization of those resources, and by the way, this is with virtualization, so this is with the hypervisor running, is about 20 to 50%. So generally speaking, more than half of those resources are just sitting completely idle. And collectively, people are wasting about $100 billion plus annually on just these resources sitting idle. The public cloud is actually a little bit even worse. It's the utilization there is about 10 to 30% on average. So pretty much all across the board, all the computing resources that are available are just very underutilized. So this is one of the big things because me and my partner saw this major opportunity, even with the hypervisor world coming about. The utilization is still low, and it's never been a super technical problem. It's actually a company cultural risk aversion problem, and it's a natural one. So at the same time where we saw this huge opportunity, we also at the same time were developing technology that allowed us in this really lightweight way be able to deploy applications and actually manage applications on a really great way. So once we realized that there's an opportunity for these idle resources to be harnessed and actually used for something great, we started applying this technology to this idea, and actually it worked out really, really well. Right now we're getting really great feedback with the customers that we're working with.